Big up, everyone. I hope you're all well and well. Just got in from the game. Thought I'd do a quick live stream. Wow. That was a pretty tough watch. It was a pretty tough watch. I've got to be honest with you. Seeing it live, going down to the ground. The atmosphere was kind of bubbly. It was buzzing. It weren't, there was a bit of nervousness going down to the ground. It weren't all sort of, flowing and singing and like it was against the Atletico Madrid. But yeah, that was a tough watch. Very hard to watch. First half was pinging the ball around, passing the ball. Wasn't really penetrating too much, if I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Declan Rice's interview afterwards saying that we was on the front foot. We created lots of chances, etc. They were half chances. They weren't really clean-cut chances. It was a good 25 minutes into the game, really, before we kind of created anything substantial, to be honest with you. The lineup, when I saw the lineup of Odegaard and Havertz in the team, I kind of knew the way it was going to go. I knew it was going to be a slow build up. I knew it was going to be a lot of sideways passing. Odegaard likes to get on the ball. He likes to take the ball off of every single person that's got it. If Rice has got it, he comes short, takes the ball off of him. If Saliba's got the ball, he comes short, he takes the ball off of him. And that's okay, but do something with it. He made the wrong decision time and time again. His decision-making was absolutely woeful, people. Kept giving the ball away, overhitting passes. And I was shocked he stayed on for as long as he did, to be honest with you. And then, obviously, Eze got pulled off. Eze done okay. He sort of buzzed about, fizzed about, but not really penetrating enough. Lacks Lewis Skelly in midfield. I thought it lacked Lewis Skelly in midfield. We didn't have that kind of drive going forward. The longer the game went on, the tension was building. Big up to everyone that's locked in, guys. Listen, don't expect too many people in tonight. It's a late night chat. I've only just set the stream up live. But I just thought I had to get it off my chest as we're one game away, people, one game away. Good evening, Lux. I hope you're well, brother. What did we just watch? That was painful. As Shane said earlier, we can't win on a goal difference now. Nope. Arsenal Women's TV, you are bang on 100%. Man United will be licking Man City will be licking their lips at that, I'm afraid. If we'd have gone and won 3-0, I think it would have been a different story. Man City going into that Bournemouth game. I think the fact that we've only won 1-0, Man City will think, well, hang on a minute. If we can go and score 2 goals, if we can win 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and go and score 2 goals, anything can happen. Anything can happen. We were so poor. He bought Odegaard and Havertz. Glock has been informed. Odegaard was so poor. The scoop pass is awful. He was bad tonight. He was bad. As I said, he's busy. He buzzes around. He's like that wasp or that bee that you get in your house and you can't get rid of. He buzzes around. He ain't really threatening. He ain't really doing much. You open all the windows, but he won't go out. And in the end, you just have to get him out by any means, because you don't want to go to bed of a night and him buzzing around your room. And that's what he does. He's just like a busy bee. He just buzzes around, but don't really do anything. Doesn't create nothing. He overhits passes. I thought Mosquera had a good game at right back. Gabriel and Saliba does what Gabriel and Saliba does. To be honest, they lack that kind of cutting edge up front. They tried to hit long balls. They played with one player up front and he tried to get some flick-ons and stuff. And all credit to Burnley. I'm going to be honest with you. They're not the worst team I've seen at the Emirates this season. All credit to Burnley. They were probing. They won some corners. They had a couple of shots that fizzed over the bar that could have easily, found themselves at. They had one shot early in the second half. When it left his boot, I thought this is nestling in the top corner. Luckily enough, it sailed over the bar, but I thought it was going to nestle top corner all day long. Big up to everyone that's locked in, guys. Welcome. Big up, Gavin. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well. That was painful, wasn't it, brother? That was a painful watch, my friend. Absolutely painful. So the first half, yeah, Trossard was busy. He was getting on the ball. Um, he probably looked our most dangerous player, if I'm going to be honest with you. He was trying to create stuff. He was tricky. He was cutting inside. He was looking for the pass. He was looking for the shot. And I'll be honest with you, Trossard, the left-hand side looks half decent. Saka, he's not the Saka, is he? He's really not the Saka, people. You know, world-class players against Burnley opposition. I'm sorry, you've got to do better than that. You've got to do a lot better than that. Then we come out second half, and I'm thinking, right, go and now put your foot down. Go now and put your foot down. Go and score 2 or 3 goals. Get the game to bed. Put the pressure on City. Make them now think they've got to go out and score goals. We didn't have much possession. I think Burnley had most of the possession in the second half, you know, and they came out. They looked lively. They were getting on the ball. They were winning second ball. They were physical. We knew they was always going to be physical. They had a shot. They had a corner. You know, they was trying to break through the lines. They were running from deep. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. We need to turn it up here. We need to turn it up. They're going to score. Anything can happen here. And it was getting edgy, and the crowd around me were getting restless, and you could feel that vibe going on. And then I sat back, and then I thought, this is pretty much what I've been watching all season. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, this is pretty much what I've been watching all season. I've not really watched anything kind of different. How that game was tonight is pretty much how I've watched all season. You know, the first half was okay. You know, second half we come out and we let teams get at us for the first 20 minutes, and then we struggle to grow back into the game. But as I said, Trossard I thought had a good game. Eze again needs to step it up for me. Odegaard, sorry, not for me. Havertz got his goal, got a header from a corner, free header, bumps it in the back of the net. Other than that, he done nothing. Should have got a red card. That's all day long a red card. He's gone in. He's gone in on the legs of the Burnley player. His studs are high. He's at the back of the player. It's high. It's reckless. It's dangerous. It's on the Achilles. For me, that's a red card. Red card all day long. So we got away with one there. We got away with one there, and he got away with one there for sure, 100%. Imagine City win tomorrow and we draw against Palace. That's a possibility. I was just going to get onto that. Arsenal Women's TV. Big up to you. We play like that second half, and Palace, depending on what team they pick, could easily go there and nick and get a point from Arsenal, if not a win. We looked nervous. We looked edgy. You know, we kind of played safe without committing ourselves. Gorkarez came on. He was running the lines, running the channels. He huffed and puffed, but they took care of him. Really, they kind of took care of him. You know, the distance between Gorkarez and the midfield was way off. We weren't getting close enough to support him. Second half, how can I say, we were a little bit frightened to really commit, you know. And again, it was slow. The game, we needed to up the tempo, and we didn't do that. All I'm saying, people, that we were very lucky we played Burnley tonight. We were lucky we had Burnley tonight. I think any team with any quality that had to play for something, i.e. getting into Europe, fighting relegation, I think we could have found ourselves wanting. We need to up it against Crystal Palace. Yeah. I know a lot of people are saying one more game. Yeah, we're nearly there. One more game. You know, and there's thumbnails of trophies and all of this. I'm sorry. What I saw second half, this ain't done yet. If Man City win tomorrow, this is not finished. This is not over yet. This is not over. Because what I saw out from the performance tonight, I'm still worried. I'm still worried. I'm not saying that we're not going to get the job done, but there are question marks, and I'm worried. One of the question marks I'm worried about is David Raya. He went up for the ball, he got clattered, he came down heavily on his back. Now he got up, he was stretching his back. That's fine, played on. And people went, oh, it's all right, he's time wasting. He knows what he's doing, bit of game management. But no, I then switched and watched David Raya. And when he got the ball to take the goal kick, he was holding the bottom of his back, and he was kind of really, really holding the bottom of your back. You know when you've done your back or you've pulled your back, and it ain't straight away that it hurts. It's kind of later on it hurts. I think he might have done his back there. So there'd be question marks to see if he's okay for Crystal Palace. He should be, but that might be one to watch out for. Definitely one to watch out for. 100%. Big up everyone that's locked in. Our build up and our attacking play is awful. It desperately needs to change before next season. 13 times it's not going to change. It's not going to change. This is what me and Shane's been saying. This is what me, Shane, and Aaron's been saying. Enjoy it this season, because next season you're going to see pretty much the same performances, people. You're not going to see much different. What you've been watching this season, what you watch tonight, is pretty much how we're going to play. And if you think that that's going to get us over the line next season and the season after, think again, because it ain't happening. It's not happening. That there is pretty much sums Arsenal's season up. And our attacking final third is woeful. It lacks creativity. It stutters. It doesn't really create a lot. Yeah. And this manager will still try and get Havertz in at every single opportunity. And he still tries to get Odegaard in every single opportunity. So we're just going to have to get used to it. Arsenal Women's TV, yeah. Think we'll lose the title if it goes down to the last day. It's going down to the last day, especially now Pep's announced his retirement. Apparently now, I mean, he's going to go at the end of the season. And if that don't give the players a lift, then what will? This title is not won yet. This is going down to the last game. And we could have really, really turned the screw today. We could have hammered. We could have gone there against Burnley, scored 3 goals, and really put the pressure on Man City. If I'm a Man City fan, I'm thinking, yeah, we might be 5 points behind. But what I saw tonight, I've got a little bit of hope. Yeah, I think it all depends on what team Crystal Palace puts out. If Crystal Palace plays Anderson and Walton, Mateta and Sarr and all of that, if they start with their starting 11 and they've come at us like Burnley did, really, in phases, and got into us, put us out of our stride, if you like, with Crystal Palace's crowd and the atmosphere there that they're going to generate, it could be a really nervy 90 minutes, people. It really could. Big up the Lux. I'm okay, brother. Just such a strange game tonight. I don't know people talking about Jose Inter, but this isn't the same as them. It's really odd if City win tomorrow. We have to beat Palace. It is a really, really odd. Really, really odd. And the thing is, right, guys, as I said, yeah, big up to everyone that sub to the channel as well. Make sure that you keep subbing to the channel. We hit the 3K, people. So massive, massive, massive thank you. Absolutely brilliant. As I said, Brother Views is in the chat as well. Big up to you, Views. Absolute legend. Make sure you go and sub to Views. Views, Shane, Aaron, me. We've just kept at Nonsky, Matty. We've just kept our feet firmly on the ground. Really have. I cannot, after watching that tonight, get too excited if City go and beat Bournemouth tomorrow. If City fail to beat Bournemouth tomorrow, then okay, I can chill out. The job's done. We've won the title. Has it been pretty? No. Has it been fantastic watch all season? No. Have we won the title? Yes. Am I relieved after 22 years? You bet I am. But there are question marks, and I'll keep calling it out. There are question marks. I do not like the way we play football at Arsenal Football Club. I think there are players here that are not good enough. And what I saw tonight is pretty much what I've been watching. It's been appalling, to be honest. But anyway, so surprised Odegaard. Rice says, a midfield DJB. Don't think he ever played that before. Nope, Joseph, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Rice was a shadow of himself. Rice don't like Odegaard in that midfield. He don't like it. He don't like it. He overtakes, he overcompensates Odegaard. He gets the ball at every single opportunity. He wants the ball in all over the pitch. He buzzes around. As I said, he buzzes around but doesn't do anything. And Rice just does what Rice does. He just goes, well, okay, then you deal with it. You deal with it. Rice becomes very ineffective when Odegaard's in the team. I just don't think it works. A bit like Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard for England. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. For one reason or another, it just didn't work. The relationship just wasn't not there. And I don't think the relationship of Rice and Odegaard in the same team works. Big up the views. Hi, the views. Big up the Lux as well. Big up everyone that's in, people. Thank you very much. Quick late night chat. Gavin Hill, U5C, Joseph Connor Golden. Big up to you, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think you're right, mate. Yeah. I saw fans saying 4-5-0 before tonight's game. I told everyone last night. It's not going to be 4 or 5. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be 4 or 5. I don't know where they were getting this 4s and 5s from. And I did say that a relegated team is sometimes the hardest team you'll ever play against once they're relegated because they've got nothing to lose. They got stuck into us. They were physical. We didn't like it. We were moaning at every single opportunity. And we were desperate. Every time we went down, we was calling for a foul. We was calling for penalties that weren't a penalty. We was calling for a penalty when Martinelli just couldn't get his head up and run the ball out of play when he was through on goal. We was crying for a penalty when Saka tripped over his own feet. And it was never a penalty. We were desperate. And as I said, the biggest cheer is when we get a corner and a free kick. And the song is Set Piece Again, Ole, Ole. Echoes around the stadium. Set piece again, Ole, Ole. Set piece again. It just echoes around the stadium. That is the most joyous part of this football that we play. Set piece and corners. That's it. Yeah. I said a nervy 2-0 before a kickoff. Yeah, I said 2-0. I said 2-0, nervy 2-0. It's not going to be 4s and 5s. I knew it weren't going to be 3s, 4s and 5s. I knew we won't. The problem is, right, I believe that we've half opened the door tonight. We could have absolutely slammed that shut and locked it tonight. If we'd have slapped them 3 or 4-0, City would have been under pressure tomorrow to go and score goals. And that may have then led them to making a few mistakes and letting Bournemouth in. Now City can be a bit cagey. Now City can go, well, okay, we can score 2 goals here, go away winning 2-0, 3-1, and then it's over to Palace. And if Glasner and Palace are watching Mad Burnley perform tonight, they're probably thinking, hang on a minute, we could upset the apple cart here. Now, what you got to think about, right, is Pep is well respected by every single manager in this Premier League. Pep's well respected across the globe as a manager. He's even respected by other fans from other football teams. I have got 100% respect for Pep because of what he's done, what he's achieved is unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely incredible. The trophies he's won, everything. 9-10 years at Man City, incredible. Glasner respects Pep. Now, he's been very, very shrewd what he's done tonight by announcing that he's stepping down at the end of the season, right? Now, Glasner's going to think to himself, well, hang on a minute. This is my last game of the season. This is Pep's last season in charge. I've got the absolute respect for Pep. They're going to give it a go. They're going to give it a go. If anybody thinks that Palace, because they're playing in that Conference League, is going to roll over, lay down and just let us tickle their bellies, you are completely mistaken. That is going to be a horrendous, horrible place to go last game of the season. Selhurst Park is rocking. I've been there, 3-4 times? And it is absolutely rocking. Now, as I said to you before, we play like that second half. You see it. If you watched it, you see it. You saw that performance tonight. Is that the performance of champions? Again, I've come out the Emirates. I've walked out the Emirates and I'm thinking to myself, how did we win that? What did we do? Have I bounced out of there? I've bounced out of there because we got 3 points and there's one game left and we could win the league. But performance-wise, I'm coming out of that Emirates and I'm thinking, that was crap. Again, it was crap. Crap. Didn't excite me. Nothing. And it's another team that has failed to take the opportunity. If Burnley would have shown a little bit more composure, a little bit more quality, they'd have got something out of that tonight. 100%. Teams like Man City, PSG have swag and conviction in their play. We neither have any of them things. It's awful. Absolutely awful. My God, we desperately need a change of style of play next season. This is painful. It hurts. Kado, this is, look, Shane's in the chat, right? Shane's in the chat. Me and Shane's been saying it. We've been telling people on all streams, enjoy this season if we win silverware, because it ain't happening next year and it ain't happening the year before. It's been painful. What you saw tonight is not a nervous Arsenal going for the title. That's how we've pretty much been playing all season. The game against Brentford was crap at home. Man United beat us. Liverpool, crap. Everton got away with it. Wasn't very good. Aston Villa, first half, played off the park. Second half, buzz in, they had to make changes. It's been like it all season. Wolves away, Brentford away, Chelsea 10 men, Chelsea at home in the Carabao Cup, Chelsea at home in the league. The list goes on and on and on. I can name more games where I've walked out of the Emirates disappointed in the performance than games where I've come out the Emirates buzzing. Big time. Need Bournemouth to get something tomorrow night. If City win, I fear we slip up at Selhurst Park, especially after what I've watched tonight. Shane, I'm worried, brother. I'm worried. Shane, I weren't going to go live tonight, mate. If you're still in the chat, if you're welcome to come on, bruv. You're welcome to come on. I know you got to get up in the morning to do your breakfast show, but listen, I'm with you. What I watched tonight, I can't be too excited. I'm not doing great big, one more win. We're going to win the league, blah, 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 blah. What I saw tonight is frightening. If City go and get a result tomorrow, a convincing win tomorrow, they're going to slap Aston Villa. Let's be brutally honest. Aston Villa, nothing to play for. When's their final? When's their Europa Cup final? Is it before they play City? Is it this week? Or is it a couple of days after? I can't. Someone in the chat. I can't look it up now. I don't know whether it's next week. I don't know whether it's this week before the City game, or whether it's the following week. If it's the following week, they're in the Champions League. They've qualified for the Champions League anyway, and they're going to win the Europa Cup. And as I said, now they all know Pep's retiring. Yeah. Good day to you, my friend. Good day to you. It's one more win, but I'm telling you now, that one more win is going to seem like 4 or 5. It don't feel like one more win for me, my friend. I can't come out of that Emirates Stadium full of confidence and say it's one more win. It feels as if we need 5 after that performance. If we did win the title, we'll go down as the worst champions in history. I don't know if I don't know how we've won it. I'm going to be brutally honest. People don't seem to realise that every player Glasner brings in for the Arsenal game will play out of their skin in those hopes they make the 11 for the conference final. 100%. They're playing for their places, Shane. They're playing for their places. They're playing because it's Glasner's last game for the Crystal Palace. They're playing because it's the last game of the season. They're playing because obviously they know Pep's retired going at the end of the season, and they've got the huge respect for him. There's 101 permutations. Plus, it's a London derby. Remember, people forget that it's a London derby. It's your local team from down the road, from across the river, wherever it is. They're South London, we're North London. It's a London derby. All London derbies are fierce rivals. They're never easy to win. Oh yeah, but it's only Palace. They've got the Conference League. They're not bothered. It's a London derby, last game of the season. Trust me. We play like that second half, we could be finding ourselves in a serious situation. Yeah. No such thing as the worst champions. That's oxymoron. I'll tell you one thing. Be the worst captain ever to lift the Premier League trophy. I'm telling you that now. You tell me a worse captain than Martin Odegaard to lift the Premier League trophy, or to lift any championship trophy. I'm going back to Tim Sherwood. I'm going back to Roy Keane. You tell me a Steve Bruce. You tell me a worse captain ever to lift a title. Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira. Is Arteta any better than Farker at Leeds manager? He's basically only got Calvert-Lewin, Longstaff in the summer window. Leeds done well, play better football. What Arteta does, 700%. Joseph, I've enjoyed watching Leeds. I think Leeds have been really brave this season. I've enjoyed watching them. They're on the front foot. They're attacking. They're going to be a problem next season, Leeds. Leeds are going to be a problem next season. They've got over now. They've survived their season. They've finished mid-table. They can buy 1 or 2 players. Teams like Leeds are going to be a problem next season. Yeah. Calafiori, I'm telling you now, at one stage he was playing centre-forward in the first half. Centre-forward, Calafiori's pushing centre-forward, going all over the place. Literally going all over the place. Play where you like settings. You play like that against PSG, you're getting undone. Yeah. They'll look up. They'll see the left-back playing at centre-forward. They'll ping a nice little ball through the midfield. Douay get onto it. And I'm telling you now, we're going to win the Champions League playing like that. We're sitting here worried about Crystal Palace. You think we're going to rock up in Budapest against PSG playing like that? It ain't happening, brother. It's not happening. Just consistently average performances. They're not even average luck. Some of them have been poor. Let's get it right. They've been poor. I'll be over the moon if we win the league. I will be absolutely gassed if we win the league. 100%. I'll be more relieved because it's been 20 odd years since we won the league. 22 years, right? We won the league. I'll be over the moon. But if you look at it from a football point of view and you take it for what it is, which is a football match, Arsenal, £1 billion spent. and you analyse all the games, or they show you a rerun of all the games, how we won the league, you'd be very, very hard pressed to find 7, 8 games where we've absolutely blown teams away, been brilliant. I don't know. I just don't see it being sustainable. Don't see it being sustainable. Yeah, Shane's in the house. Make sure you sub to Shane. I'm sure you have. If you haven't, why not? Now that we only scored one tonight, we mathematically can't win the league on goal difference if we draw. Nope, Shane. That has been put to bed tonight, my friend. That's what I said. I've said that to my son and the guy next to me who I sit next to at the Emirates. I said, you do realise this 1-0 now has now put us back in the mix of under pressure. If City go and do their job tomorrow, we now have to win at Crystal Palace. Because we can't go, we ain't going to win it on goal difference now. You know, it's a madness. They'll be on the beach for City game. Oh yeah. Off to bed now. People, drive up the likes. Sub to the legend DJB. Good night, Shane. Big up, my friend. Thanks for dropping in, my friend. Big up to you, and have a good breakfast show tomorrow. And I'll catch up with you soon, my friend. As always, Glasner said clearly they're bothered and will go for us. Lux, listen, he's a professional. He's a professional football manager. No manager lays down and rolls over. Look at Burnley tonight. Yeah, they just lacked quality. That's all they lacked. They just lacked a little bit of quality and a little bit of know-how. That's all. Yeah. Otherwise, they'd have been in many a time. Odegaard, shocking. Yeah. Big up the Suge. Big up DJB in the chat. Hit the likes and subscribe. Thank you very much, Suge. We won't be going on for hours tonight, people. I just wanted to get a few things off my chest. I just wanted to put things... Just wanted to bring things back down to earth. It's not me being negative. It's just, I'm still worried. I was nervous about tonight's game. And I said it's not going to be 4 and 5s and 3 goals. I said it was going to be nervy. I said it was going to be a horrible watch. And it was a horrible watch. However, what was concerning is that the second half performance was poor. It was really poor. Lacked creativity. Now, Declan Rice in his interview said that obviously, you know, they felt the nerves and playing like that for 90 minutes as a football player, blah, blah, blah. Can't remember all what he said, but basically what he was saying is that they were feeling it a little bit, you know. It was edgy. If you think that's edgy, playing at home against Burnley, wait till next week when you play Crystal Palace and it's 0-0 and you know you can't lose and you know you can't draw. You've got to win. Big up AFC 87 always. Top Gooners now saying Pep lost the title race. He's running away by leaving Man City. The guy has won 20 trophies in 10 years. It just shows how stupid they are, doesn't it? If that comment there, right, if you've had Arsenal fans with channels or Arsenal fans coming on AFTV or wherever they come on and they say that about a guy that's won 20 trophies in 10 years, then it just goes to show where they sit in the society of football, doesn't it? You know? It's absolute bonkers. It's so embarrassing. Worst City ever doing the double as a minimum. The best Arsenal ever doing a double maximum. Exactly. Big up, Lux, my friend. Will use better than Odegaard. Do you know what? He's so frustrating. He's so frustrating to watch. He's so frustrating to watch. DJB, I hear you attacking wise, it's poor, but I feel the defence makes it average, if that makes sense. I do, Lux. I get that. I get that. I get that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It's average because defensively we're solid, and I get that. Big up to you, my friend. Big up the Suge as always. AFC, they're all in here. Gavin as our well as a legend. DJB Martinelli got out and run by a 36-year-old Carl Walker. Martinelli's finished, man. Martinelli's finished. He's got to be cashed up on. Listen, if we don't shift players from this football team next season, that performance is what you're going to be pretty much watching every week, week in, week out, week in, week out. Yeah. And if you think that's good enough to going into next season as Premier League champions, where potential Premier League champions, where everyone wants a piece of you, you've got to up the ante, people. You've got to up the ante 100%. Hey, he's J Lux. Will Hughes isn't amazing, but he's a workhorse, hard worker than Odegaard. They're not going to show any, listen, they're not going to do us any favours. Yeah, we've got to grind that result out next week. We have got to grind that result out next week. By ever means way we do it, we've just got to get that win next week. If we go away and win 1-0 next weekend, I'll take it all day long. I'll take it all day long. It's just tonight we had the opportunity again to lay a marker down, to really put the pressure on Man City going into that game tomorrow. We could have got our goal difference up. And it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. I think what's worrying me is the lack of creativity. It's the lack of creativity, honestly. It's so noticeable. Second half of our 4-1 win against Villa and the 2 Spurs games are the only decent league performances this season. And maybe first half, Fulham. Yeah, I'll go along with that. The Spurs, the second half against Villa. Champions League games, a couple of the Champions League games at home as well. I'll go along with that. Other than that, I'm scratching my head pretty much like last season as well. Poor captain, shocking. All City's trophies are smeared in oil corruption. A club the size of Bolton, a fan base of 15 cut hardcore, do what they done. Benishuk, 115 FC. Well, it's not up to City to prove it, is it? It's up to the powers to be, you know. Full of corruption. Well, see where you're coming from. See where you're coming from. But when them players take the field of play, they play football. It's not the players that are corrupting, is it? It's not the manager that's corrupting. Yeah. They've got no control over that when they take that field of play. As for their fan base, well, most big clubs have only got a hardcore fan base of a certain percentage, even Arsenal. Even Arsenal. Big up the Suge. Since Arteta came to Arsenal as manager, Pep has won 6 leagues, 4 Carabao Cups, 3 FA Cups, 3 Community Shields, 1 Champions League, 1 Super Cup and 1 Club World Cup. There you go. There you go. Tells you everything you need to know. Big up, Suge. Massive facts as well, my friend. As always. But look at that. On top of that, Spurs have won a European Cup and got to a Champions League final. Yeah, so crazy, isn't it? Crazy. He has to beat Palace next week. He has to beat Palace next week. Arteta, Nesbitt, big smell belly stink out to title. We need to win Champions League. Yeah, Michael, we do. We need to win that Champions League, brother. 101%. They get the tackles in Declan Rice's workhorse, works really hard. DJB, congratulations on reaching 3K. Well deserved. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, thank you. No, thank all you guys, not just me on my own. Honestly, it's a team effort. It's an absolute team effort, and we've all been involved. So thank you, every single one of you. Yeah. JC, I like Rice a lot, but he's heavily becoming an Arteta puppet, which is disappointing. Yeah. He's got the Arteta way about him now, and he was different. He didn't have that kind of, but he's got his claws into him now. I see where you're coming from. Though I wonder how he's behind closed doors, and if Gabriel put their foot in. I don't think they do. I think they're all a little bit timid of him now. Yeah, DJB, I didn't hang around to listen to Arteta's speech. Nor did I, my friend. We'd gone on the final whistle. Me and my son were out of there. I didn't wait. I didn't see no, I didn't watch it. I can't listen to him waffle on. I can't listen to him take the mic. I weren't interested in what he had to say. I really weren't. I've listened to it too many times. Yeah, just going. We've won nothing yet. We haven't won anything yet. So yeah. Why do Arsenal not go for Elliot Anderson or Morgan Rogers? They're class. Don't know. Haven't got a clue. Big up the Suge as always yet. I think Rogers is too raw and explosive. Arteta wants an inverted fullbacks. True. 100%. 100%. I like Adam Wharton. I think Adam Wharton's a brilliant player. I think he's a very, very intelligent player. What people don't realise is the 115 debate. It takes quality. The men manage a team to win titles. Arteta has no skills. Exactly. All I'm saying is, right, let's get the job done all I'm saying is get the job done this season, and then we'll see next season. We'll see how good this manager really is, because top elite managers go and win major honours. They go and win Premier Leagues. Then the following season, they win more silverware. The season after that, they'll pick up a domestic cup. They'll go and win more silverware. We'll see what he does. All I'm saying is I've seen enough of his football for the last 2 seasons to tell me I'm bored of it. I've got to be honest with you. I'm fed up with it. I was bored out of my head. Second half, I couldn't wait for the final whistle. Yeah. Yeah, win the league, champions, I'll celebrate. Fantastic, brilliant, over the moon, gassed. I'll be at the parade. I'll be buzzing. But if I was to give you an honest opinion of the football that I'm watching, I need a change. I can't be doing another 3 years of this. I'm sorry, I can't. 3 years of watching this football is going to be absolutely hard work. It really is. J Lux, Arteta's legacy is eating grass and killing legacy. Oh dear. Rob Wood, how you doing, my friend? If we do crawl over the line, it feels shit with this manager. It's a weird feeling. Yeah, I see where you're coming from, bruv. I think it's the style of play, isn't it, Rob? I think it's the style of play. Listen, I understand there's certain games we can't go and dominate, and we have to dig in, and we have to get the job done. I get that, but it really is consistently poor performances. Players that are just, do you know what I mean? I was looking at Saka tonight against Burnley, and I'm thinking, come on, give me a lift. Make something happen. Do something special. It just didn't happen. Eze, little moments, but I'm thinking, come on, get on the ball, take players on, get a shot off, do something. No, didn't happen. Odegaard just runs around in circles, plays it safe, didn't happen. And it just goes on and on and on. Just goes on and on and on. Predictable. Arteta's like free runners in midfield that don't create but hard work. No creation whatsoever. If we look over the 7 years, he has massively underachieved. If he does the Champions League and Premier League next season, fair enough. It will then give him some pay him his dues. If he picks up the 2 trophies this season, Champions League and Premier League, and an FA Cup in 7 years, I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? He probably on par, I suppose. It's a good achievement. But if he's another 3 years at this club, and he's been at this club 10, let's say he's been at this club as long as Pep, right? He ain't winning 20 trophies. If in 10 years or 9 years he calls it a day at Arsenal, and he's won 1 Premier League, a Champions League, and an FA Cup, I think he's massively underachieved. Massively. Rob Wood, yeah, I'm with you. I had mixed emotions after the full time today. Happy that we took the step closer to the title, but at the same time, disgusted with the performance. And that's how I've been. That's how I've been. You know? Jay Lux, he's destroying these players. They can't go again. Facts, Suge. DJB, football is today, not tomorrow. Stop moving the goalposts. Enjoy it, for fuck's sake, with respect to you, mate. DJB, football is today. Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed it. I'll enjoy winning the league. I've not enjoyed watching Arsenal, but I'll enjoy winning the league. So I've not moved the goalpost, my friend. Yeah? Not moved the goalposts. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to say to your it's riveting, fantastic, absolutely brilliant today. We blew Burnley away. The one touch in, free-flowing football. Shots were pouring in, goals off. Oh, it was quality, absolute quality, buzzing. I'm full of confidence going into the Crystal Palace game next week after today. Absolutely brilliant. Blew Burnley off the park. Treated them like a proper relegation fodder. Destroyed them. Odegaard was magnificent. Havertz, fantastic. Linked up play. Saka cutting inside, creating chances. Absolutely brilliant. Everyone was getting on the ball. Everyone wanted the ball. 100 mile an hour, free flowing. Burnley couldn't get out of their own half. Palace, play like that, we're going to kill them. No problem at all. Now, if that's what you want to hear, switch over. Go to another channel, my friend. With respect. You know what I mean? Because easily do Simeone, when we were after winning, he couldn't really replicate it. Was just a great defensively. Listen, I've said it all along. When you look back, if we win the league and we look back on it and people say to you, how did Arsenal win the league? Defensively solid, hard to beat, regimental, weren't pretty on the eye, but yeah, that's how we won the league. Who was your standout players, DJB, when we won the league? Declan Rice had a steady season. Gabriel, solid. Saliba, Gabriel, brilliant. Timber up until Christmas was superb at right back. And we had a really, really quality goalkeeper, David Raya. That's how we won the league. What about Saka? No, not really. Didn't really play well. Odegaard? No. Martinelli? No. As I said, the attacking side of Arsenal didn't win us the league. The defensive side of Arsenal won us the league. As I said, 4 players have won us the league this season. Consistent basis. Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, David Raya. You take them out of the team, we're not winning the league. Simple as that. You take 2 of those 4 out the team on a regular basis, we wouldn't have won the league. You take Rice out, take Gabriel out, we ain't winning the league. Simple. It's just factual, people. Can't lie to you. I know not many people agree, but Rice is just a hard-working midfield player. He's not world-class. I'm not sure I'd put him in my top 5 or 6. I wouldn't say he's world-class, but he'd probably get into most teams in Europe, Suge, if that makes sense to you. There's a lot of teams Declan Rice would get into. There's a lot of managers that would say, I need him in my team. Whether they play him in the 6 or the 8, that'd be up to them. But I reckon he walks into most midfields across Europe. Now, when you're talking about world-class, probably mine and your world-class is different to a lot of other people's. I don't think there's many world-class players around in this day and age. I think there's a lot of top quality players, great quality, good club players, but not world-class. I'm not seeing Maldinis. I'm not seeing the Ronaldinhos. I'm not seeing the Zidanes. I'm not seeing the Pirlos. Yeah, I'm not seeing the R9s. You know, I'm just not seeing them. They're just not there. I'm seeing some good players, Haaland, for example. The only one that I would say that I would put in the bracket of world class, probably Harry Kane. I think Harry Kane is world class. I think Harry Kane is world class because he's proven it year in, year out. He does it for England. He does it for Bayern Munich. He carried Tottenham. He was brilliant for Spurs. He's brilliant for Bayern Munich. You know, I would say Harry Kane is probably up there as world-class, Suge. Now, how many Harry Kanes is there? There isn't many. There isn't many. Arteta played poor man George Graham football. 1-0 to the Arsenal. We beat Liverpool slot season next season. Yeah, clip it, DJB, bro. Yeah, that's my fear. That's my fear, to be honest with you. You know, that is my fear, that we could end up being Liverpool next season. But, you know, let's get this season out of the way first. Let's get the trophies in and then we can worry about next season when it comes. JCG, they were my pick at the start of the season. I think they were supreme, particularly with Mendes, Hakimi, fully fit, Dembele as a 9. Yeah, they're going to be a tough nut to crack. Do you know what? I can't even concentrate on PSG at the moment. They're not even. It's as if we're not in the Champions League final. I just want this Premier League title done and dusted first before I start thinking about the. I can't even think that far ahead, and it's only round the corner. And I can't think. I just can't do it. Once the Crystal Palace game's over, then I'll start thinking about the Champions League. But at the moment, I'm just so tensed. I was nervous going into tonight's game, and I'm still nervous coming out of it. If we'd have blown Burnley away, beat them comfortably, I'd have come out of that and I'd have just felt a little bit more kind of relaxed. But I'm not. I'm still feeling tense because I haven't seen enough to go to Selhurst Park and think to myself, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. I've still got that doubt in my mind. And it shouldn't be there. And I don't want it there. But it's there. Especially if City go and beat Bournemouth tomorrow. I'm just being honest, people. I'm just being honest with you, people. I can't sit here after watching that and go, job done. And if you're an Arsenal fan, after watching that tonight, you cannot be 101% confident that we're going to go to Palace and beat them convincingly. Because I've got a feeling that Palace game is going to be very similar tonight. It's just that the Palace will have that little bit more quality about them. And they're at home. And that's what I'm worried about. Now, I could sit here and paint pretty pictures for certain people in the chat, and I can talk a load of bollocks, and I can paint pretty pictures as if I'm sitting on the beach drinking cocktails and everything's all rosy in the garden. But I can't do that because I haven't seen enough to convince me otherwise. Burnley world-class Arteta postman Pat off his football first. So, yes, but after winning 10 years ago, he kept having a great defence, but he couldn't win till he did an epic comeback with Suarez. I love Simeone, but Arteta could easily go stale. Just good defence. Yeah. Wesley, bro. Stiffy, why are you always waffling about what DJB should say? No more one forcing you to watch. 100%. 100%. So Phil Simeone needs to change it. Listen, people going on about. I don't really would. I wouldn't like Simeone as my next manager at Arsenal. Not really. Not really. If I'm going to be brutally honest with you, he wouldn't be top of my list. Jamie Vardy scoring goals. DJB would take Arsenal better than Havertz. Jamie Vardy was elite for Leicester when they won the Premiership. He was elite. He was absolutely elite. Trust me. Wesley, it's not about challenging a view. You always complain about what DJB is telling and how much you should think. That's not a challenge. Telling another grown man, I expect you to enjoy. J-Lux, okay. You're saying comply or die. Great. Yeah. Do you go to many games? Do you go to games, Wesley? Do you go to many games, bruv? Yeah. And how long you been supporting Arsenal? You know, just a question. If you look at the top teams in Europe, I wouldn't take Rice over Rodri, Tchouaméni, Kimmich, De Jong, Vitinha. Yeah, true, Suge. True. Yeah, I'll take your point. Tchouaméni, Kimmich is a good player. Rodri, De Jong. Yeah, Vitinha, no, definitely not. I'd put Vitinha in all day long. So I do get your point. I just feel that he would get into most European. He would get into most teams. Yeah. I mean, look, one thing with Declan Rice, what you got to think about with Declan Rice, he's one of them players that when he's not playing, when he's not in your team, you notice it. When he went to right back, our midfield was non-existent. I think Rice is a key. When he's on it, he's on it. He looks burnt out now, though. I've got to be honest, Suge. I'm looking at Rice these last couple of games. I'm looking at him tonight, and he looks tired. He was struggling in many areas of the pitch tonight, and that's not his game. He does look as if he's out on his feet. He looks as if he cannot wait. You know how we all are, you know, when we've got a holiday booked and it's getting near our holiday and we just can't wait to go, and you're just getting through every single day. Oh, come on, one more day. Nearly going on holiday, nearly there. That's Declan Rice. I think he just cannot wait now for the season to be over. And then he's got to go to a World Cup. So God knows how he's going to come back next season. I just think he's vital for this team. He's the best that we've got in midfield, put it that way, you know. Whether he's not world class, no, because as I said, my standards of world class is massive, absolutely massive. But he is a very, very, very industrious, hard-working, honest midfield player. And we would miss him if he wasn't in our midfield. 100% we would miss him. Declan Rice is a modern James Milner and a Gareth Barry Rice. Gareth Barry was a good player. I liked Gareth Barry. James Milner as well. Especially, he was a good professional, James Milner. But I see where you're coming from. I see where the comparisons are. 100%. Really only Skelly in midfield who drives with the ball. No one else does anything creative wise. I thought, yeah, it was a strange one tonight, wasn't it? Odegaard, Eze, Rice, Saka, all in the midfield. It was a strange one. And we found it hard to kind of link up in many areas tonight, especially in the second half. They looked tight. There was a few players out there looked really tired in the second half, and we just couldn't really get going. Couldn't get going at all. Watch the Jamie Vardy documentary or not? I'm going to watch that. That's earmarked to watch. Yeah, Wesley, if that's what you took from the mate, then okay, buddy. I'll take Glasner as my manager. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. I don't know whether I'd take Glasner. Good manager. Good manager. Very, very good manager. But yeah. I hear you, DJ. I think after how let capitalised this season, he isn't my first choice. Maybe not in my top 3 anymore, but top 5, yeah. 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 What, the Declan Rice Lux? Yeah. Listen, I mean, I've never said he's world class, Declan Rice. I've just said he's a very, very good midfield player that would walk into most teams. Yeah. DJB, I'm a Man United fan. All of us want Arsenal to win the league, given the choice. Okay, fine. So when I comment about my team and when I've got concerns about my team, perhaps if you'd have had comments and raised the standards when you had that clowning at your team, you might not be in the position that you're in. Because you ain't done nothing. Man United ain't done nothing for years. And Man United are a massive, massive football club. And you should be wanting to raise the standards at every single opportunity at Manchester United, because that's what Manchester United demand. And if Carrick, next season when he's in charge, when the pressure's really on, coming into a team halfway through, he was on a shot to nothing. Yeah, he was on a shot to nothing. Now he's going to start fresh next season. If it all goes wrong, what are you going to do? Oh, I'll give him a couple of more years. He got us into the Champions League. Look where we were when he took over. All the things that we've been hearing with Arteta. Yeah, all the things we've been hearing with Arteta. So I appreciate you coming in. Man United fan, you're always welcome, my friend. But we've all got our opinions. And I am not going to feel guilty for wanting to raise the standards and want better football at Arsenal Football Club, because I've seen it. Been there and done it, worn the T-shirt. I demand better football at this football club. There is no reason at all why these players of the quality that Arsenal have got are not playing better football. There is no way we should have struggled against a Burnley team that's relegated and only winning 1-0. When if Man City tomorrow go and win 2-0, we have then got to beat Crystal Palace 3-0 to win the league. And at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. We cannot slip up. We draw, we can't win the league on goal difference. So it's all about standards, isn't it? As I said, you sit and plod along in the slow lane, or you move over to the fast lane and demand for better. Managers demand for better out of their players. Why can't fans out of their managers and the way we're playing? Why can't we make demands? Fair, I agree. Most teams Rice would get in, but I expect levels. He's definitely done for. He'll be worse after the World Cup. Suj, I agree. He looked absolutely on his feet, my friend. This guy has played relentlessly for years. Look how many games he played for West Ham. Relegation battles, conference leagues. Honestly, he has played week in, week out for West Ham and England and Arsenal. Week in, week out for Arsenal and England. He looks absolutely shot to pieces tonight. I was watching him. I was just keeping my eye on him, and there were certain runs he would normally make, and he just couldn't do it. You know. Who are you supporting in the World Cup, bro? Australia only. 100%. Of course he's going to support Australia. 100%. Barry was 10 times a baller than Rice. J-Lux, I won't be supporting Australia. I've always been Spain, but I do want England to win eventually. Yeah, listen, Suj. Come on, man. Come on. Can England win the World Cup? Yeah, they can. They'll be in the conversation. Will they? No. But they'll definitely be in the conversation, 100%. West Ham's defence were awful against the Solar. Yeah, they were bad. They were bad. No, Simeone, DJ Mint. No, I wouldn't take Simeone at Arsenal. Not for me. Not 4 or 5 years ago, 3, 4 years ago. Yes, I'd have given Simeone the job. Not now. Not now. Marino, morning DJB in the world class chat. Carl Raid, big up the Carl Raid, my friend. Big up Brenny. Hope you're well, brother. Big up, my friend. Ruthless Gooner Raid. Big up the Ruthless Gooner as well. Thank you very much for your raid. Big up everyone that's locked in. Make sure that you come over and make sure you sub and smash a like on the channel as well. So yeah, tough watch tonight, people. Tough watch tonight. Are you nervous about Sunday? I am. I'm claiming my Indian heritage for cricket. Yay. Good old cricket season. I do look forward to cricket, man. I'll be going to watch Essex. T20 Blast. Friday nights. You can't beat cricket on a Friday night. It's nice sunny night. Nice hot day. Hot evening. Yeah, it's great. Love it. Fuming DJB, absolutely fuming. Darren Sullivan, we've opened the door. We've opened the door, my friend. I'm telling you that now. If City win tomorrow, the pressure's back on. We've invited pressure after that performance tonight. People are saying, oh, we're 1 win away, only 1 more game. It's done. It's in the bag. Anyone that watches football and that have been watching football or have played football to any level, and you watch that particularly the second half performance tonight against Burnley, you're thinking to yourself, right, am I confident that we are going to go and blow Palace away and win the league comfortably? Because I watched that tonight and I'm thinking, wow, I am still nervous. Now, I shouldn't be, but I am. 100% I'm nervous. So I'm now looking towards Bournemouth. I'm thinking, Bournemouth, please, just go and do a job tomorrow. Go and do a job tomorrow, because I really don't want to go into that Palace game needing a win. Oh, sorry, bro. I thought you supported Australia in cricket. No, he supports India in cricket. All good lucks. It's fair assumption I support Australia. He probably keeps an eye on Australia. 100%. Discussing performance, I'm embarrassed. Darren, you should have been there, bruv. I don't know if you was there tonight. I was there tonight, and it was nervy. There was a lot of moaning and groaning around me. Loads of them. Yeah. And listen, it weren't good. The 3 points, brilliant. 3 points, over the moon with. Yeah. And that's all it was. It was very similar to the Newcastle game. There's so many games I've seen that have been like that tonight. So many. We just need a win, but a draw is a disaster unless City slip up tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. I can't see City slipping up tomorrow now. Pep's come out with what he's come out with. What a shit game against Burnley. Yeah, 100%, my friend. Terrible. Terrible. Rice is not going forward now. No, Darren, he's knackered. Absolutely knackered. He's got one eye on the chat. I know I know what he's thinking, right? He's got one eye on that Champions League final that he desperately wants to be fit for, obviously, and he's got one eye on the World Cup. And if he can preserve his energy in certain games, that's what he's doing, and that's what he done against Burnley. He weren't really putting it in tonight, to be honest. Whilst he's walking around on games, he's knackered. Spain to win the World Cup, but England will win the World Cup again one day. Do you know what? That is the one thing I want to see before I leave this world. I just want to see England win the World Cup so badly. So badly I want to see England win the World Cup, but I just don't think I'm going to see it. I don't know. I just don't think I'm ever going to see it. Big up, my friend. Brother Normski in the building. Absolute legends. Make sure you sub to Normski T. What we saying, Normski? Yeah? Not convinced, Norms. Not convinced. Still nervous. Still nervous. Trying to give you an analogy to find out. Trying to give you what it's like. Still nervous. Yeah? Not convinced. That second half, first half weren't fantastic, but the second half was woeful. They look tired, they look nervous, and I'm thinking, you play like that next week, and Palace think to themselves, hang on a minute, we're up for this. If Palace play with freedom and no fear, and he picks an half-decent team, them being at home with that crowd, looking forward to a European final, it could be a very, very hard day. It really could. If any, and it, Norms, what's really bothering me is people are just presuming because Palace have got that Conference League, because of this, because of that, they're going to just lay down and just let us and roll over. They're not doing that. That is not happening. It is a London derby. It's their last game of the season. It's Glasner's last game of the season. Players are playing for their place because they want to be involved in that final that they're in. They want to go out on a high. And if they can upset their fellow, their one of their London rivals in front of their own crowd, the confidence that will give them going into that final will be unreal. So if you think that this is a give me next week, it ain't ever going to be. Make sure you sub to Normski. He's my man. Yeah, big up everyone. Big up Norms. Norms, I don't know, are you around for the mingle on Wednesday? We've got the midweek mingle on Wednesday. It could be an interesting one if Man City win tomorrow, bruv. Could be a very interesting mingle, my friend. If you're not around, that's cool. We will go ahead as per normal. If Bar is in 1966 England, no World Cup, the ball was never over. Do you know what? I've always said that. I'm not so sure that would have been given, if goal line technology was in 66. I'm glad it wasn't. But I'll be honest with you, I've always said that. Big up to you, my friend. Big up Nanomski. No pattern of play, no link up between Odegaard and Saka. Darren, there was nothing. There was nothing. Let's be real. Yeah? We're talking about a game of football. Yeah, we're not. We're talking about a football match, not about, oh, but you're about to win the league. You should be happy. You should be this. No, I'm just telling you how it is. What I saw tonight. I saw tonight a poor performance from Arsenal Football Club. I saw a first half that was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't scintillating. It wasn't brilliant. It was okay. I saw a second half that was woeful. And I saw players that went missing against Burnley that's relegated. I saw the same against Wolves at the Emirates. I saw the same against Brentford. I saw the same against Liverpool. I saw the same against Everton. I saw the same against Chelsea. I saw the same against Newcastle. Same against West Ham. The list goes on and on and on and on. The football, what I've seen this season at the Emirates, it's my last home game of the season. I'm just wrapping it all up very, very quickly for you. Pound for pound, on the whole, it's been crap. What do you want me to say? I can't gloss it up just because we might win the league. I can't come across and go, yeah, it's been blown away. 100% deserve to win the league. The football we've been playing has been breathtaking. Fantastic. Yeah, there's been the odd game where we've stunk the place out. We've been stinking out the Emirates pretty much every week. It's just that people have just got tunnel vision. They're just absolutely deluded. And it just don't wash with me. I'm fed up of watching it. I'm bored. Why do you go? Because I'm an Arsenal fan. And I go because I want to, hopefully it gets better. The donkey was lucky tonight. Oh, that tackle, Normski, should have been a red card. Pure and simple, red card. Sorry. Whether he was a Chelsea player, Liverpool player, Man United player, I'd be saying the same thing. West Ham player, Spurs player, Burnley, if the Burnley player would have done it on us, I'd be saying the same thing. How VAR has not given that as a red card, I do not know. I haven't got a clue. Was it a penalty on Saka? No, it wasn't. He tripped over his own feet. Look at it closely. Tripped over his own feet, bruv. Wasn't there? I noticed an exodus at full time. Darren, I was gone. Wasn't listening to his waffle. Wasn't listening to it. Couldn't listen to it. Didn't hang around it. I was gone. Move on to the next game. Let's get the Crystal Palace game done. Same here, DJB. Exactly. The issue I have, DJB, is even if we go 0-2 up at Palace, we can surrender that to Wolves. Yeah, exactly, Darren. From what I've seen, Darren, the creativity that we put in, I don't think we're going 2-0 up. We've struggled to break down Burnley in open play. We scored from a corner, remember? Burnley. Set piece again, ole. Wins us the game. 1-0 to the Arsenal. I think the stats, right, on tonight's game. We had 13 shots, 3 on target. 3 on target. They had 5 shots, none on target, but whistled over the bar. We had 38 touches in the opposition box. 38 touches in the box. And we only scored 1 goal from a set piece. Now, is that our title winning teams play? It's been, honestly, not beating Palace or PSG with tonight's performance. Brenny, I'm with you. We're definitely not beating PSG. That, honestly, I'm not convinced we're going to beat PSG after watching not just tonight's performance, but the semi-final against Atleti, the performance against Newcastle. I mean, the list goes on. Yeah, but they got revenge on Frank Lampard in 2010, the Germans. They did, 100%. That's why I needed to see a performance tonight, and Arsenal didn't give me that. Normski, no. We didn't get it, Norms. We didn't get it, brother. I'm with you. I wanted to blow Burnley away. I just had a feeling it was going to be like it was. I said it when I was live last night. I predicted a 2-0 win, but I said it was going to be stinky and it was going to be nervy. What did we get? We got a really, really stinky, nervy 1-0 win. It weren't brilliant for my friend. Did you see Declan Rice kick the ball up in the air from the kickoff in the second half? What we was like, Darren, we thought the ref hadn't blown the whistle. And he was just doing like a kick me up or something. I don't know what he was doing. He flicked the ball up and booted the ball in the air. We looked at one another and I said, has the ref actually blown the whistle to kick off the second half? And he went, yeah, well, it's underway. We're kicking it. It's underway. We was all going, what's he doing? What's he done that for? Hopefully should be there. Wedding reception should finish well before you go live. Big up, my friend. I'll put it in for 10 o'clock, Norms. I'll set it up tomorrow, people. The mingle will be on Wednesday. The Normski will be back on Wednesday. We will be live at approximately 10 o'clock, people. 10 o'clock on the mingle. Let's go. Make sure you sub to the channel as well. Get DJB Nonny top. Yeah, please. Please, penny for the guy settings. Get me a Nonny Madwake top, and I'll tell you what, I'll scare the I'll scare the crows off with it. That was Duncan Ferguson-esque goal from the donkey. Where's it been for the past few years? Exactly. Yeah, listen, he rose high, took his header well. Other than that, he done nothing. He don't bring anything to the party for me. I said it from day one. This ain't nothing new. I watch Kai Havertz and I just don't think he brings enough for me. Remember Duncan? Oh, man. Big Dunk was a quality man. He was a beast, wasn't he? I remember it, 96, 97, 100%. Big up the Prome. Hope you're well, brother. Big up, Prome. Hope you're well. I'm with you, Brenny 4K. Yeah, 100%. And Arteta one top for you, DJ. Oh, mate. Oh dear. Got another 2-3 years of this guy. I'm telling you now. I'll give him 5-6 games next season to get in the groove in the league. I'll give him 6 games grace next season after coming back from the World Cup, the euphoria winning the Premier League. Fine. After that, if we're still playing this sort of football and the performance ain't there and we're dropping points, I'm on it. Arsenal will beat PSG because they got a plan A attack, plan B defend, plan C attack, and a defend. PSG only know how to attack. You got this. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. The only spanner I'll throw you into the works there is you need to score goals to beat PSG. If you think they've got no defence, they went to Bayern Munich and got the job done there. And Bayern Munich score goals for fun. We don't score goals for fun. We struggle to create, to score goals. And if you're going to win football matches, you've got to score goals. Whether you've got a plan A, whether you've got a plan B, whether you've got a plan C. You can't rely on set pieces to score goals. Not against PSG. So whatever you think of PSG's defence, and they've only got an attack, the difference is that only so-called attack PSG got is lethal. And if you're up against a team that's lethal in attack, you've got to be lethal up at the other end and score goals. And if you're not, you're going to be undone. You're going to get done. So, yeah. And you being a Man United fan should know all about that. Clown was pouncing about like Keir Starmer at the final whistle. Nah. Couldn't watch it. Had to come out. Couldn't watch it. Left. As soon as the whistle went, I left. Started making my way down on about the 92nd minute, 93rd minute. As soon as the whistle went, I was gone. That was it. Always the same. Everett gets the goal and assist game, and then Top Gooners act like he was great. Yeah, he'll be starting in the Champions League final. He'll be starting in the Champions League final. Don't worry about that. You'll have Havertz up top, Odegaard in midfield. He'll rush Timber back at right back. Kvaratskhelia will have a field day. But as I said, I just can't. I can't get my head round Champions League final at the moment, guys. I really can't. I want to, but I'm not switched on to that at the moment. I've seen too many. I'm too nervous about the Crystal Palace game now. And as I said to everyone earlier, if you've just joined me, if we'd have put in a convincing performance against Burnley tonight, it would have calmed my nerves down a little bit. I'd have gone into that Palace game full of confidence. Players that should be sold: Martinelli, Madueke, Gabriel, Jesus, Kepa, Havertz, Norgard, Odegaard, Fabio Vieira. Yep. Yeah, I'll go along with that. Ben White as well, I'd put in there as well. Ben White's got to go as well for me. He's got to go in that list as well. 100%. Dembele's lethal. Oh, he's nuts, mate. He's nuts. In all years I've been supporting Arsenal, I've never seen them play such shit, boring football. Vicenza, nope. I've seen it. I have seen it. I've seen it. But yeah, I've not seen it with the amount. I think the frustrating thing, I've seen it with players that are kind of, I expect to play like that. But when you've got the talent on show that this Arsenal team's got and we play like that, it's worse. When we played like that in the past, like the era of Terry Neal that I watched, some of that football was terrible. When I look at the players that we had at the time, I'm thinking, but he got us to FA Cup finals, like on the bounce. But it didn't come as a surprise, as a shock. But what we've got this season, the Eze's and Rice and all of these players, Gorkarez, Saka and all of these players, and we're playing football like we're playing, it's even worse. Yeah. It's like having a Ferrari with a Ford Focus engine in it. It might look good, but it ain't performing right. Even Don Outsides in the early 80s were more interesting. Yeah, I agree. Joseph, hope you're not defending him. Big up, Jim. I was, listen, was I surprised with the lineup? I just had a feeling Havertz and Odegaard would be back for tonight's game. I had a real feeling that they'd be back, and they were. And as soon as they're back in the team, we play that slow, predictable football. It all becomes predictable. As soon as Odegaard's in the team, it's predictable. Yeah, all the time. He runs around, spins about, doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. With Arteta staying, I won't be watching him anymore. I'm too old now, and I don't want the stress of watching him to kill me. Well, Vincenzo, I see where you're coming from, my friend. I see where you're coming from, but listen, if you do that, then the manager has won. Yeah, you got to ride it out with us, mate. Listen, you hang on in there. I'm having to do it. Shano's doing it. Views is doing it. Aaron's doing it. Numpsky's doing it. Stick with it, bruv. Stick with it. Don't let the bastard grind you down, my friend. Yeah. Come on. There are good fans in this, and you know, we got to ride it out together, my friend. I remember we were not scoring goals in the early 80s. Then we banged 4 against Villa. And the commentator on the radio said 4,000 at Highbury thought they were in the wrong stadium. Oh, man. Honestly. 1-0 to the Arsenal. That's what it's become now, isn't it? 1-0 to the Arsenal. Vincenzo, don't let the scum beat you. Exactly, Darren. See, you got to hang on in there. Me and Sullivan are in there. We're all hanging on in there, mate. Don't throw the towel in. That's why I'm keeping my season ticket, because I know he's gonna be gone before me. I'm not letting him ride me out the club. To be fair, even with Eze and Gorka starting, Havertz, Odegaard, it's boring football. No matter with DJB, it's Arteta after all. Yeah, Joseph, I agree. It's what I mean. Listen, I can't gloss it up. I can't. I've seen too many poor games this season than I have good games. Yeah. I've not come out of that Emirates too many times full of I've not come out of there bouncing. Oh, that was fantastic. What have I just seen? Wow. Brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah, come on, let's get next week. Let's get into next week. Come on. Let's go. I've not felt like that when I've come out of the Emirates. I've come out of that going, well, we got 3 points, I suppose. It's 3 points. How did we play? Oh, all right, a little bit here and there, but apart from that, I phoned Matty up straight after the final whistle. One of the questions he asked me, he said, who was man of the match tonight? I couldn't name him one. I said Mosquera because I thought he had an half-decent game at right back. I didn't name Trossard, and I should have done because Trossard had a good first half, faded in the second half. Who knew? He always does. Other than that, I was struggling to find a man of the match. I don't really know who was man of the match, to be honest. Arteta sexuals having a laugh. Arteta sexuals, yeah, exactly. Let them have a laugh. Let them have it. We're all gonna be celebrating no matter what. I was a teenager last time we won the Prem. Now I'm in my 30s. Exactly. Chelsea. There's still hope. Yes. Come on, Chelsea. Do you know what, right? I think if Chelsea beat Spurs, I reckon West Ham stay up. I reckon that last game of the season, Spurs get done or draw, and I think West Ham beat Leeds. I think Moisey goes and gets the job done at Spurs. Big up the Lynch. Hope you're well, my friend. And Kawaja, 62 likes so far. Let's get the likes up. Smash the like, subscribe to DJB, people. Come on, keep us. We're up to 3,000, 3K, guys. Massive, massive thank you once again for every single one of you. Darren Sullivan, Gavin, Lincho, Kawaja, all of you know who you are, people. Thank you very much. Absolute brilliant community. All of yous, 100%. Did you sing North London Forever? No, I didn't, Kawaja. I definitely didn't, bruv. I was a bag of nerves tonight. I really was. I was absolutely a bag of nerves, and I still am. Still am. Congrats, deserved DJB. Thanks, Lynch, bruv. Thanks for all your support, man. Thank you very much indeed. 100%. 100%. Big up to every single one of you people. So we move on, people. Tomorrow, we've got Chelsea Spurs, absolutely massive. Manchester City. Bournemouth, Man City. 7:30 kickoff, that is. Chelsea Spurs is 8:15 kickoff tomorrow night. Come on, the Cherries. Yeah, listen, if Bournemouth get a result tomorrow, I'll be over the moon. I'll be absolutely over the moon and relieved, because I'm not looking forward to this Crystal Palace game. Really not. Not after what I've been watching. So, you know, and come on, Chelsea. I will be supporting Chelsea as well tomorrow. Yeah. Come on, the Cherries. Yeah, they've been brilliant to watch this season, Bournemouth. Brentford have been brilliant as well. Bournemouth have been brilliant. I've enjoyed watching Leeds. Brighton as well. I've enjoyed watching Brighton at spells as well. So at Palace, week 38, Eze back at Palace for the title is madness. Same way Semenyo tomorrow back at Bournemouth. Storylines. Lynch, good stat, my friend. Good stat. Didn't think of putting it like that, brother. Yeah. Palace. Yeah. Eze back at Palace. Semenyo back at Bournemouth. Crazy. Absolute crazy. Who'd have thought, eh? Who would have thought? Who'd have thought Chelsea and West Ham would be fighting for relegation? What a season. Bournemouth could make Champions League football. Bournemouth Football Club could be in the Champions League. That's mad, isn't it? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Bournemouth FC, how the hell are they in the Premier League? Good recruitment, play to their strengths. Right manager, play to their strengths. Yeah. I've been impressed with them all season. I like their manager, by the way. I do like their manager. He's one manager I'd probably consider at Arsenal. I think he's a good player. Really good player. You know, but in saying, but our Bournemouth in the Premier League, our Leicester in League One. Our West Ham could be relegated in the Championship. You know what I mean? It's crazy. How was Man United in a relegation battle last season? It's football, and this is why I'm saying it's football. Football comes up with surprises. That's why it's not a gimme at Crystal Palace. Anything can happen. Anything can happen next week. I'm keeping my eye on David Raya. People, keep your eye on David Raya for next week to see if he's fit. Because I'm telling you now, he landed really awkward on his back. He was in a lot of pain. Ignore the fact that he got up and played on. Have a look when he went and retrieved the ball from behind the goal to take the goal kick. He was holding the bottom of his back with his hand, and he was in pain. He was in pain. Now, when that relaxes and the adrenaline drops down, his back is going to stiffen up. I reckon he's pulled something in his back. If he's not, a goalkeeper cannot have any aches and pains in the bottom of his back. It just can't happen because They rely on their everything for their spring, for their athleticism. Yeah. Any little niggle, he could be out, and that would be a worry. Can you imagine Kepa going in goal against Palace and PSG? Wow. Wow, that would be worrying. So I'm a little bit worried about Raya. I'm not saying he ain't going to be fit, but I'm just keeping my eye on it. Just keep your eye on it, because I watched him live tonight, and when it was all going on, I was just watching him, and he looked uncomfortable. He didn't look right. 10 years ago, Leicester won the Premier League, and now they're in League One. Exactly, 100%. Notice Declan Rice from being very hit and miss since problem. Yeah, he has been hit and miss. I just think he's worn out. I think he's absolutely knackered. I think he wants the season over, to be honest. I just think he wants it done now. He looks absolutely shattered, to be honest with you. He's carried our midfield all season, really, hasn't he? Let's be honest. Whether he's world class, don't matter what you call him, he's pretty much carried our season. He's carried our midfield all season. DJB United were not in a relegation battle. Wash your mouth out with soap and water below the belt. They were pretty at one point last season. They were down there with Spurs, and if they hadn't have got the wins when they got them, they could have been dragged into relegation. Where Man United finished last season were below Bournemouth, and you're questioning why Bournemouth are in the Premier League. Yeah. So let's be honest. Man United need to do some serious. They've been underachieving for years, Man United. Underachieving for years. So we'll see where we go next season. If Tottenham Hotspur draw tomorrow, they're safe. Yeah, they only need a draw, Kawaja. I know. Bournemouth could do a job tomorrow, Lynch. 100%. Imagine Madrid at Bournemouth. I know. Crazy. Declan Rice works really hard, plus 1 week. Number 6, week 8. Arteta's always changing his position. He's having to cover a lot of ground, isn't he? He's covered Zubamendi a hell of a lot, especially Christmas onwards. Yeah. Burnley robbed. Yeah, they were robbed of a red card. I know that. They just lack that little bit of quality. If they'd have had that little bit of quality in the final third, if they'd have had that little bit of belief, like most teams that have come to the Emirates, had a bit of stage fright when they've got over the halfway line, apart from Bournemouth. They just lack that bit of quality. And I'm glad they lack that bit of quality, because the way we played, they could have beaten us quite easily if they'd have had that. Man United didn't sack Amorim, then they'd have been relegated this season. Yeah, exactly. Carrick's done a brilliant job. He's done a brilliant job, and I hope he does. I like Carrick. I do like Carrick. He's old school manager. I do like him. He's no messing. Liked him as a player. Like him as a manager. Yeah, I hope he does well, but not too well. I've said it all along. I think Man United will be. I think they're 1 or 2 away from being where they should be. And I always think a good Man United in the Premier League makes the Premier League healthier. And I'm glad Man United are back in the Champions League, because I think the Champions League's better for it, to be honest. Even though Man United are my biggest rivals, not Spurs. That's the first fixture I look for every season. When do we play Man United? What do you think of Pep saying he's going to go? He could, like, do you know what, right? If it's true that Pep's going at the end of the season and it's nailed on, which I think it is, I I've just got nothing but admiration for Pep. To win 20 trophies in 10 years, to dominate since Alex Ferguson's Man United, has been unbelievable. Yeah, I know all the charges and all of that, but a lot of those charges was before Pep even got rocked up at the club. And when the players take the field of play, they're not. You can't. It's about the football. It's not about the charges. The players. It's out of the players' control. It's out of the manager's control. He's just there to do a job. You know. So yeah, I mean, what Pep's done and achieved, I don't think will be done again. I don't think another club or another manager will do what Pep has done at Man City. Arteta won't. 100%. Hell no. He ain't winning 20 trophies. I'll guarantee. I hope Carrick does well at United next season. Not too well, though. No, I don't want him to do too well. But I do like Carrick. I like Frank Lampard as well. I'm glad Lampard's come up with Coventry. Do you know what? I think it was Suge that made the comment yesterday. He said the Charity Shield should be the winners of the Championship versus the winners of the Premiership. I think that's a fantastic shout. That is a fantastic shout. Shouldn't be the FA Cup winners. It should be the winners of the Championship and the winners of the FA Cup. The winners of the Premier League should challenge for the Charity Shield. That's a brilliant, brilliant shout. Hope Pep comes to Inter Miami. I think what Pep will do, he'll take a year out. He definitely won't do Real Madrid. 100%. He ain't ever going to Real Madrid. Will he go back to Barcelona? No. I think the only thing Pep will do, I don't think he'll manage in the Premier League again. Possibly the national team. He might manage Spain. Now, whether after the World Cup Spain are looking for a new manager, that could be a possibility for him to go and manage because but we'll have to wait and see. But first class, brilliant. What can you say about Pep Guardiola? Honestly, it's been amazing. Frank took on too much too soon in Everton and Chelsea jobs. Hopefully he'll really improve as a manager. Yeah, I think so. I think the Chelsea job was probably out of his depth at the time. What was going on with Chelsea, all the changes and everything. I think he was there as a kind of hope because he was a brilliant legend for him on the pitch. And I think the Everton job wasn't right for him at the time. But what he's done for Coventry has been absolutely brilliant. And I think he's learned a lot. And I think he's learned from his mistakes. And I think he'll do okay. If he can keep Coventry in the Premier League, I think he'll do okay. I think if he came into management now at Everton, if Everton was to get rid of Moyes and take a punt on Lampard now, I think he'd be a lot better for Everton second time round, 100%. Big up the Suge. Hey, DJB, big fan of the show. Wondering your thoughts on the money promised to Palace if Eze wins the league. I don't think that's going to have a massive bearing on next week, to be honest. I don't think that's a great motivation for Palace to roll over and die. I think it's just a bonus. I think it's a bonus. I don't think that's going to be the reason why Palace might throw the game if that's what people are saying. Oh, they're going to get 10 million or shed loads of money if Palace wins. I don't think that's going to motivate Palace to throw the game. I don't think they'd be worried about that, to be honest. I don't think that's going to come into it. I can see why people think that it may do, because obviously it's a lot of money for Crystal Palace. But that's what we're talking about. 10 million. Is that enough money? If it was like 40, 50, 100 million, then perhaps they'd go, well, hang on a minute. We'll consider this. But 10 million, I don't think it's enough to motivate Palace to lose the game. I think the only way Palace might slip up next week is if he rests key players and they've got one eye on the final, the Conference League. But do you know what? I think he's going to start strong. I think he'll start with a really strong 11. He may pull players off half time and freshen it up and bring subs on. But I think he's going to go strong. I really do. I don't think that's going to be a walk in the park next week. I really don't. And the worrying thing is the way we performed tonight in that second half. It's going to be a banana skin next week. I think we need to up our game. We need to up it. Simple as that. This league's not won yet. If City get the job done tomorrow, this league is not won. Not yet. All this one game to go and all of that. No. We're not. We haven't played well enough tonight to convince me that we can go to Palace. And if we need to really batter them or get a win, we can. We should do, but it's going to be hard. Big up to you, my friend. Thank you very much for your super chat. Legend. Big up, DJB. Haven't seen you for a week. Hope you guys are doing well. David C1, big up to you, my friend. I hope you're well. We're all good. He really wasn't enthusiastic about managing our club. Yeah, honestly, listen. One thing with Lampard, he tried with Chelsea, tried with Everton. There was a few mistakes in there. For some reason or another, it didn't quite work out. But he's learned from it. He's gone to Coventry. He's got them playing good football. He won the championship. Good points total. They all liked him. When they was interviewing the players, the Coventry players, they was all saying that they'd walked through walls for him. He's brilliant in the dressing room. Man management skills, the way he talks to players. So he's got everything there. They all respect him. So hopefully he'll do a good job. I like Frank Lampard. I loved him as a player. I thought he was a brilliant midfield player. Fantastic for Chelsea. Absolutely brilliant. And I just like his persona, the way he talks. He interviews well. Yeah, I just like him. You can't not dislike Frank Lampard. Pep has always said he would like to manage it in Italy. I hope he goes to Juventus just to piss Glenn Gianni off. Do you know what? Vincenzo, that ain't a bad shout, Pep going to Italy. That is not a bad shout at all. You could be onto something there, brother. 100%. I'm worried about next season. It's going to be really competitive next season. All the big clubs are going to be going again, much stronger than this year, in my opinion. Yeah. I've got concerns about next season. It depends. If we can get rid of some of the players that we need to get rid of and sign real quality players, then I think we'll be competitive again next season. But it all depends what we do in the summer. I think so. Glasner has already said he wants to spoil Arsenal's day. Yeah, of course he does. What's scary is that we need a win. A draw won't be enough. My nerves won't be able to take it. It won't. Listen, as I said, we've just left that door open. We haven't fully shut it tonight. We should have blown Burnley away. We haven't fully shut it. We've just left it open, and that's what worries me, Lynch. It's all about tomorrow night now. It's not about next week. It's all about tomorrow night. I've just got my eyes on that Bournemouth game. We need to win. It's scary, 100%. Belson job was too early for Frank. Yeah, it was. Chelsea. And why wouldn't they want to stick it to Eze? That's what sport's all about. Maybe Sarah and Mateta will try hard. Yeah, exactly. Of course they'll want to stick it to Eze. 100%. It's football. Listen, One thing with the Premier League, the integrity in the Premier League is brilliant. Really brilliant. I think the only disappointing game that I was disappointed with that lacked integrity in my eyes was Aston Villa versus Spurs. I thought it was diabolical what Villa done, but then Villa done what Villa had to do because they wanted a European Cup. So, yeah, big up to you. Pep Guardiola is fluent in Italian, though, Vincenzo. He understands the language, mate. Yeah, great shout, Quad. Great shout. Wherever he goes, good luck to him. Wherever he goes, good luck to him. He's been brilliant. Apparently, Pep's wife's Italian. Well, there you go. Could end up in Italy. He could very well end up in Italy. Get Milan or someone like that. Go and manage Milan. Someone like that. You never know. You never know. I think he'll take a year out, though. I would. Managing top level for 10 years, week in, week out. You know what I mean? It must take a lot out of you. Must take a lot out of you. Villa Spurs was the worst I've seen in ages, even as bad as tonight. Yeah, Darren, that was poor, man. It was poor. It was poor. 100% poor. I just hope Chelsea beat Spurs because I want that to go at the last game of the season. I just want West Ham to have another bite of the cherry. I really do. I really, really do. But, yeah, that'd be sad if West Ham go down. Top Gooners called Pep washed. They did, Kawaja. They called him washed, done, finished. 2 domestics. And who knows? Could still win the Premier League. Crazy, crazy, crazy game. Would Top Gooners take Pep as your manager? Hell yeah. I would. 100%. 100%. I'd take Pep. I'd take, yeah, honestly. I would. 100%. Washed in success, Kawaja. Darren, well put, my friend. 100. Absolutely brilliant. Well put. Washed in success. Big up, everyone. Brilliant late night chat. Honestly, I just went live on a whim. I did not expect this at all. So big up to you, you absolute legends. Every single one of you. Fantastic. Yeah. Even our friend, the Man United fan as well. Yeah. DJB, there was rumours that Pep was going to leave last, but he's changed his after the FA Cup final defeat. I think these rumours are strong. I think the news that has been broken, I don't think this is all. I don't think he'll change his mind. I think he's nailed on. He's going at the end of the season. I'll be very surprised if there's a turnaround. But who knows? It's football, isn't it? I know you would. I meant the heterosexual cult laugh out loud. Oh man, take Pep and give them Arteta via the Amazon delivery truck with a box of merch from Annecy. Yeah, big up, my friend. Darren, I saw that new kit, that new top up close tonight. I don't like it. Saw it on fans and that. I'm not a lover of it, bro. I don't like that dark stripe in there and that pattern round the arm. And nah, it's not for me, man. It's not for me. Not keen on it. Not keen, bruv. But it is what it is. At least we got rid of the Visit Waranda, though. I don't know what all that. Yeah. Not that I say don't visit Rwanda, but yeah, I'm bored of that sponsorship now. But big up everyone that's locked in. 77 locked in. Do us a favour, guys. Smash a like and make sure you sub to the channel. If you haven't subbed to the channel, that would be fantastic. I am on Wednesday on the Mingle. Me and Nolsky, 10 o'clock. Going over the Bournemouth Man City game. We'll be looking ahead at the relegation battle. Yeah, lots to talk about on the Mingle, people, and we'll be having some laughs and banter as well. You know what it's all about. Come and join us, and I will see you Wednesday. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it, you absolute legends. 101 of yous. Saw Aaron tonight, by the way. He was on good form. Big up Aaron. He was there tonight. He texted me after the game on the train. I was on the train coming home. He said, what was all that about? Yawn emojis, falling asleep emojis. So, yeah, it's what me and Aaron have been watching week in, week out. It's not been pretty. It's not been pretty, but if it gets the main prize, we'll take it this season and move on, people. Big up to everyone. Thank you for watching. Came in through the back door tonight, went live. You was all joined me. Appreciate it, people. 100% real ones. Thank you very much. Take care, sleep well, and I'll see you all Wednesday. Bless up. Take care.